Alrighty. Hello, hello, and welcome for those who are watching the replay. Welcome to Friday night readings. Okay. Actually, I have one here. That's good. We'll use that. That there. All right, cool. Hello. Hi, Marty. I see you. Hey, Taryn. How are you? It's nice to see you on. Happy Friday night, y'all. Welcome to Friday night readings. All right. How is everybody feeling? Yeah, I seen you, Marty. I'm a little tired, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I am excited to see what happens, what transpires, what we encounter, or what readings come across. All of the things. Hi, Brianne. How are you? I'm glad that you're doing good, Taryn. All right. I got that. I don't need that. Happy Friday, y'all. How is everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Hi, Jojo. How are you? Okay, so. Oh, yeah. All right. I gotta fix that. Okay. Alrighty. Interesting. I see it coming. I see it. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica, for the heart me. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Emotional? You're emotional, Brianne? I get that. Sending you some love and some hugs. I'm doing well. I'm a little tired, but I'm here for it. Okay, so welcome to Friday night readings. My name is Angelica. Yeah, thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. So my name is Angelica, and I'm offering free and paid readings. And we're just kind of getting started, getting everybody in here, saying hi. Let me know where you're from. Let me know how you're doing. And then I'll get into how everything kind of works here in a minute. Tennessee, upstate New York, Pittsburgh. Oh, Plattsburgh. I seen Pittsburgh there for a minute. Texas, Temple, Texas. I've never heard of Temple, Texas, but Texas in the house. New Hampshire. Hey, Regina, what's up? What's up, girl? Rochester, New York, Boston. I'm Colorado. I'm Denver. Denver up in the house. Raise the roof. New York. There's a lot of New Yorkers up here. Aren't y'all supposed to be asleep? It is Friday night after all, so maybe not. All right, so Butte is MT Montana? I think Columbia, is that Columbia? Is that Missouri? No. Is that Missouri? What's MO? I'm learning. All of the M states kind of get me confused. Louisiana, Montana. Okay, Montana. NJ, New Jersey in the house. Missouri in the house. All right, y'all. So thank y'all for joining me, interacting. Oregon is in the house. My name is Angelica. Welcome to Friday Night Readings. Hi, Diana. How are you? Indiana in the house. Let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know your name, where you're from, how you're doing. New York. We have like so many New Yorkers in the house. I love it. New York. Just like, don't pay attention to me. South Carolina. Is that Alabama? And Victoria. All right. So my name is Angelica, and I am a reader. I'm trying to think. I'm a reader. I'm an energy worker, light worker, starseed. I'm a bridge, a catalyst, and a channel, a medium. Okay. And so I am offering free and paid readings tonight. Okay. Thank you, Diana, for the little heart me. Thank y'all for the roses, Diana. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for liking the live. So if you want to know a little bit more about me, you can ask, or you can just look through the link in my profile, and you can go to my website and kind of read more about me. And from California, yay! It's been a tough 2 weeks. Sending you love. Sending you some love, Kathy. Kat. I was gonna say Kat, and then I seen Kathy come up, and I said Kath. So, yeah. So I'm offering free and paid readings tonight. Hi, Erica. How are you, my dear? And so I'm gonna let you know how it kind of goes. If you're new here, let me know. You know, drop a comment. Let me know that you're new here. We love having all the newbies, old bees. Anybody, everybody. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for who sent the gummy bear thing. Thank you for the little gummy bear. It looks like a gummy bear to me. The high bear. So there's so many new people here. So thank y'all. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. And so let's get into it. The free mini readings. So the free readings are essentially going to be shorter, compact. They're not going to give a lot of information. Okay. I'm going to do as many as I can. And the way the free mini readings work is that I just kind of scan the comments, and I just go wherever my intuition kind of guides me, where spirit kind of guides me to read. Okay. And the way the free mini readings work is you leave a comment with your name. Hello, welcome in. And you can leave a question if you have a question. You can be general, open, health, career. I will be honest and say I have felt lately that spirit is guiding me away from love readings. However, if you're wanting a love reading and I'm guided to you, or if you're paying for a love reading, then we're just going to roll with it. Okay. I do not do pregnancy or fertility readings. It's just not my bag. And then we're going to limit that to one question only. Okay. My paid services. So to get on the list and ensure that you get paid, or if you'd like one of my other paid services, it's as follows. Okay. I love it. I love it. Keep commenting. I will get to all of the comments. I promise. I will read them all. Or well, maybe not read them all, but you know what I mean. I'll read I'll read it when I get there. So my paid services are as follows. If you want to get on the list, I have room for about 5 tonight. I have energy for about 5 paid readings tonight. Okay. So if you want to get on the list, let me know. It's $25 for readings, $39 for energy work, energy clearing. That also includes your intention. So if you want me to specifically work on something, we'll put those in there too. And then mediumship and multidimensional mediumship are also $39. Mediumship is me connecting to past loved ones. And that can be, you can either be open to whoever wants to come through for you, or you can pick a specific person for me to connect with. Multidimensional mediumship is me connecting to your guides and or multidimensional aspects of yourself. Okay. And all of the paid services, okay, all the links to donate are in my profile. So you click the link in my profile, you scroll all the way down, and there's Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. And then you got to let me know in the comments if you do donate, okay? Because it doesn't always pop up on my phone right away. Okay? And paid readings always take precedence, okay? So until then, I do energy work to clear trauma. So let's get into the free readings. And I'm going to just start scanning the comments, y'all. Oh, where's my water? All right. Okay. All right. I'm already behind on the comments. I kind of like it that way though, because that gives me a chance to kind of scroll through. Thank you for the roses, Jessica and Nidra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So before I get started, I'm just going to tune into the collective. Sending each and every one of you love. I appreciate all of you for being here. Okay. All right. We're good. All right. Hello, Annie. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Oh, you're gonna Venmo, Taryn. Let me know. Got little things flying in front of my face. Okay. Oh, wait. What's going on? That's funny. All right. Okay. Erica, I see you. And then Taryn, I see you. JKC, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. I am so behind on all the comments. Let me scroll through a little bit. A little bit more. I'm like 99% or 99 comments behind. So I'm going to scroll through everything. All right. So Erica, I have you first because I seen yours come through. It looks like yours is there first. Let me know that you're here, Erica. Sending you love, Carla. I see you. I see you, girl. Okay, hold on. Wait, what's going on here? All right. All right. Erica. Okay. So Erica, you paid for mediumship, my dear. Are you wanting to connect to someone specific, or are you just open to who comes through? And have you seen me do mediumship before? It's a couple of different questions. You're open? Okay. All right. So you have seen me do it before. You were here. I know you were here yesterday, right? Okay. So Erica, and then we're gonna do Taryn's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's like, yes, I was here. I was like, okay. Just wanting to make sure, because sometimes I forget and I'm like, no, I got to keep things straight in my head. Okay. All right. So you're open, and that means I have about 3 more spots for those who want to pay. And if you guys want to stick around for free readings afterwards, you're welcome to do that too. So Erica, I'm just going to tune into your energy, my dear. And okay, there you are. So let me just kind of tune in for a little bit, see. Who shows up? All right, Erica. As I tune into your energy, I feel it's really interesting how it comes in, because it's definitely a male. It's on my right side. That indicates male to me. However, it feels like I'm not quite sure how to I'm going to do my best to describe the energy. It's a softer male energy. So I would, some of the words or the descriptive words that I feel coming in are like gentle. This is more of a gentle male presence. Taller. So I would say 6 foot-ish. Somewhere around there. I get 6 foot. So definitely a taller, older gentleman. I don't quite get where to place him as far as if like family. Sometimes I get like a stronger, I might get a strong, father vibe or uncle vibe. I don't really get that. I don't know where to place him. I don't know how to describe his hair other than short. Does this make sense yet? Does this description make sense yet? Kate, you paid, my dear. You sent via PayPal. PayPal. Wait a second. All right, I'm looking for. Thank you, Regina. I appreciate that. So. So you're not quite sure yet? Okay. 1 second. All right. It's really interesting how this gentleman is coming through, because I would say he would have been more gentle. I don't know, like a softer energy, maybe not too outspoken, a little bit more reserved, because he doesn't come through, you know, guns ablazing or anything like that. It's not very prominent. It's a softer energy. So I would say he's maybe more reserved. He was maybe more reserved in life, and had like a maybe softer spoken, because I don't get any. I am not quite sure how to describe him other than that. He feels like he would have been more of a. Let me kind of tune in for a minute. Interesting. One moment. I feel like something just shifted. Your dad? Okay. So your dad would have been more soft-spoken? I'm like, I'm not sure who this guy is. I felt something shifted. That was so interesting. Hi, Carrie. Thank you. So I'm just listening for a minute. Erica, was your dad more soft-spoken, more reserved, more? I I don't have any more descriptive words other than that flow through. It feels just very like very kept to himself, maybe. This one's a little bit tougher for me. I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. um, let me. Because sometimes what I found when they come through, they don't always have a lot to say to describe themselves, at least for me. Sometimes they come in and it's very, very clear. It's very prominent. Like I get all the details. And other times there's not a lot they give me as far as them or what they looked like. But let me just listen for a moment. It's interesting because I felt like something shifted. Because I was doing some asking and clarifying of who, like just putting some intentions out there, and something shifted. And then I felt possibly another presence on my left side, which is a woman, like a older one, maybe like 40s, 50s. And she comes through with like, kind of like wavy hair. Kind of maybe just above shoulder length, and kind of like it almost like flares out a little bit more. So it's interesting. I feel like I have two people here for you. um, do either does that woman kind of ring a bell, or I don't get like a placement for her either. This feels like it would have been somewhere in the placement of aunt or cousin ish, somewhere in that placement. Does that make sense? Only my grandma. Okay. All right. Only okay. So I think. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can place this a little bit clearer. Okay. Because I want to be clear, and I want you to have confirmation of who's coming through. First. Okay. Are you dad? Or are you uncle? Okay, the gentleman feels more like dad. I had to just straight out ask. So, did dad have like dark short hair? And I I keep seeing I don't know like I don't know your ethnicity, Erica, but I keep seeing like African American. Would that be your dad? Or am I completely way off? Because I keep feeling like darker skin, like melanated skin tone, or at least darker skin. Yes. Okay. This is who's coming through. I get a lot of melanin. Okay. All right. All right. So let me check in with the female, because I definitely have two people. I one person on each side. She definitely feels older. Sometimes I'm really bad at placing age. um, but would your grandma would she have had the bigger hair? Not like super big, but like kind of like fluffy. I'm not sure how to describe it, but like fluffy on the bottom, kind of like how it goes like out like this. Um, no white. Are you this is interesting. Are you speaking of the ethnicity, my dear? Erica? Oh, white hair. Okay. I was like, wait. Yeah, I wasn't getting a specific color of hair. I was just talking about like the volume, or like the I wasn't really I wasn't talking in terms of color. It was more around thickness, volume type. I'm learning how to be. Okay. Then I must be way the fuck off then. All right. I definitely get tall, dark hair. I don't know why I keep seeing melanated skin though. So, do you know if anywhere along in your lineage there would have been, more melanated peoples? Sometimes they come through in a way that it confounds me. They like to challenge me sometimes. No, not all. My dad was tall, dark hair. Okay. I definitely get tall, dark hair, but I'm just trying to figure out why I keep seeing melanated skin. So if not, then I'm wrong there. That's fine. Okay. But I definitely have male, female. Okay. I would say definitely identified father. I don't know why I keep seeing dark skin, but we'll just scrap that because I can be wrong. That's okay. um, that's so interesting, though. Okay, I'm not going to get hung up on it, though. And then dad. Okay, dad. So is grandma dad's mom, or is this mom's mom with the white hair, the one that you have in mind? Mom's mom? Okay. Mom's mom, dad. Okay. All right. We're going to go with that. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So we're going to go with that because that feels right to me. I'm just trying not to get hung up on the other details. Okay. So we're going to go with that. It's really more about the messages anyways sometimes. Or most times, all the time. So we're going to move on into the second part with the messages, okay? So dad, mom's mom, okay? I'm just listening. So interesting. Okay. I don't get a whole lot of information. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Sometimes I just have to listen a little bit longer for the information to start to flow. All right. So grandma's actually bringing in uh um we are doing some energy work. Um she's bringing in a message about speaking. It's really interesting how they came in because sometimes, or the thing is how someone comes in, or how a presence or a spirit comes in, and the lack of information or the abundance of information is also telling. It also brings in a, there's, it also informs. And so I would say the way that I'm feeling it now is that how they kind of came in, they were, I wasn't feeling a lot of information. A lot of times when I tune in, they're giving me a lot more information. I wasn't hearing a whole lot, to be honest. And what I'm hearing now is that was to kind of illustrate how much in the lineage there's been a lot of shutdown around the throat, around communication, around being open, around transparency. Okay. Um, that's kind of what I'm getting from grandma. She's talking about the throat and how it's been shut down in the lineage. Because even when they were coming to me, like I wasn't getting a lot of communication. I was getting a lot of mixed signals. I was getting like, I don't know how to describe you. I need more. Um so it actually makes sense now if she's talking about like miscommunication, shutting down the throat, shutting down that expression center can leave a lot to be desired. Okay. Um, no judgment, just awareness that's coming through. Okay. She wants to throw it over to, well, not necessarily she wants to throw it over, but I'm feeling guided to like listen in to dad. He feels like he's bringing in something similar, but it's like, it's almost like he's piggybacking off of what she's saying, but also adding a little bit of his own. Um, Let me just listen for a minute. Okay. This feels more like it's expression of emotion. Like we're talking about communication and expression, and your dad actually feels like he's talking about expression of emotion, and is it allowing that to express. That actually, okay, all right, okay, that actually makes sense. As it pertains to expression of emotion, it's almost like what I kind of get the sense of is like, it's okay to allow yourself to express your emotions. Um, I don't know if he was someone that maybe didn't show a lot of emotion, but what I kind of hear and sense is that like, don't shut yourself off like I did. It's more like an encouragement to let it to express those emotions and to open yourself up to communicating emotions, communicating information, just communicating, right? Um, and it makes sense to me. Again, like I said, because of how they came through, I wasn't getting a lot of information, but now the information is flowing a little bit better. So somewhere along the line in the lineage, a lot of this was shut down quite a bit. Like, don't speak about this. Like suppression, repression. It's not okay to talk about certain things. Don't talk about that. And it shut a lot of that lineage down. And I interpret that as it would be from both sides to whatever degree. Take that how it resonates, but that's kind of how I would interpret it, as since they're both talking about expression and opening up, whether it's communication or emotion. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. So, my dear, it feels like there is a prompt to me to help facilitate some opening within the throat. If that's something that you're open to, let me know in the comments. I'm still kind of tripping out of how all the information is just blah. It's either coming in or it's not coming in. Yes. All right. So does any of that information resonate, Erica? You don't have to describe anything, but does any of that information, kind of resonate? Because there's a lot that it's just really interesting to me how it's not as, I don't even know how to describe it. It's such an interesting sensation to not receive all of the information at once. All right, you said yes. Okay, so I'm going to call in your higher self, and I'm going to let your higher self conduct whatever needs to be conducted. Okay, so I actually want you to focus on the throat, my dear. No, not really, to be honest. I thought it would be so different. I can see that. I can see that for sure. Yeah, trust me, it's throwing me off. It's throwing me way off. I'm like, wait, what's going on? But I'm going to trust it. We're going to go with it. And we're going to see what comes of it, okay? So I just want you to kind of focus on your throat. I will say that sometimes when it comes to ancestral healing, sometimes we're not really aware of certain things. I know that I've experienced that personally. I'm like, wait, what? But, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I do feel certain things within the throat that move back into the from the lineage into, it comes to you because you're the next in line. It's like it feels like three like little ribbons of heaviness, I guess you could say, is the best way I could describe it. Just resting that awareness on your throat. And from your throat, Erica, I just want you to imagine going backwards, feeling into your lineage on both sides. We're just going to clear some, we're not going to clear everything, but there's some things that they're prompting me to clear, and it's okay for me to clear. So we're just going to clear some of this. So we're going to call in pure source consciousness and flow that white light into the front of your throat, and it's going to move back. It's going to move back to the back of your throat and then back into your lineage on both sides. Mi aleo se mi aya sasha nata haya siketi wa hela se nata wete nata towa sha yata no we si she leo ya nata a wa a saneto we sikia sanata wa sanata ta mayoe le a sanato hu he se shia o e ya inoto we se sha. So for whatever reason, this feels like it's going to help other things release. That's just the sense that I get. Sometimes there are certain things in the way that we might not have seen, or we didn't even know was there. But if that gets kind of removed from our field, then it kind of allows other things to begin to unravel and release from our field as well. So that's kind of the sense that I'm getting from this. just keep your awareness on your throat, and then keep visualizing that pure source consciousness, that that white light of pure source consciousness kind of moving in through the front of your throat and in back into your lineage. So that so interesting. So this is, we're kind of finishing up. We're still running the energy. Um, but your highest self is going to continue to run the energy for the next 1 to 2 days. It kind of just depends. So I would say be aware of any other things. You said that you thought that the reading was going to go completely different. You know, other things like, that might come up, or it's more like just be aware in general of the things that come up over the next 1 to 2 days. I would say from through Saturday to maybe Sunday, and see how kind of what's coming up. This is a really interesting reading for me, to be honest. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna just trust it. And with this, as always, as we finish up, a lot of water. Okay, lots of water, and that's gonna help to run the energy and help you release whatever needs to be released from your body, your system, your energy field. Okay. We're just going to balance. Balancing the energy. So I'm going to tune back in to see if there's any like parting messages. I kind of get the sense that the energy work was kind of like that, meant to be like the highlight, and the information that came through might, it feels like one of those things, like maybe put it in your back pocket, because I don't feel like it might make sense right now, but it feels like give it some time, it'll make sense. Okay, that's just the sense that I get. And so, okay, all right, so I'm going to place you in an egg of rose quartz. Soft pink light of rose quartz. Okay. Give me a second while I come back. Okay. All right, my dear. Let me know how that went, Erica. I'm sorry that, like, it was, I don't know if I want to say I'm sorry, but like, I know that it was maybe different than what you were expecting, but it feels like it just doesn't make sense right this instant. Do they have any that I gave you exactly everything that I heard. It didn't feel like they had a lot. Like, here's the thing. I typically get inundated with information. That was really interesting and like kind of weird for me, because I didn't feel a lot of information coming through. So it was weird for me too. um Oh, hi, Krista. Thank you for sharing that. Glad I could be here. Erica says, yeah, I don't know what to think of it. LOL. I guess I will have to just think about it one day. Yeah. I don't think it is going to make sense right now. It just, it feels a little out of place, but it's not. Because I trust everything that comes through to me, because I set very particular parameters and boundaries. So I trust the information that's coming through. It was just felt a little like, wait, what's going on? And so I don't know what to say. Put it in your back pocket, and I feel like it will make sense later. Okay. All right, Taryn. Okay, hold on. Kate, you said you paid, my dear. Wait 1 second for me. But sending you a lot of love, Erica. Thank you so much. Trust. I promise you the information's gonna make sense one day. I feel like little pieces will come in and it'll start to make sense. Come over here. Thanks for stretching me. I do have a list for, my list is for my paid readings. And so I'm actually looking, hold on 1 second. I still have Taryn and Kate. I have room for about 2 or maybe 3 more. And after I get done with those, depending on how long I've been on, I might go back to free readings. It just kind of depends. Whoa. I hate when that happens. Okay, Taryn, 1 second, my dear. I gotta check on it. Um, okay. That's very interesting. How do you pay for a reading? So you go to my profile and you click on the link, and then you scroll all the way down, and you'll see donations for PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. That's so weird. Why isn't it giving me? And Kate, are you still here? You paid for you paid for 2 things. Is that what I'm understanding? With guides and health. Okay. All right. I just want to get really clear on what it was. If you're still here, Kate. Okay. So Taryn, we're gonna get into yours. You're gonna get into yours next. But it's so interesting how this is not. What is that? So weird. Okay. All right, Karen. Or Taryn. Karen. All right. Taryn, do you have any, what are your intentions? I know you said trauma, but do you have like a specific type of trauma, or do you have any specific intentions you want to bring into this? I always tap into and ask the higher self. Like I always just kind of, what I do is connect to your highest self, and I let the highest self do the things, because, and I'm just the conduit, but I want to bring in any intentions you might have. What? I don't know what that means. There's been a lot of trauma, so clearing any of it would be nice. So other than that, you don't really have any other specific, you kind of just trauma in general? Good evening, Nurse Bratty. It's nice to have you here. Welcome to Friday night readings. So, Taryn has paid for a clearing. Yeah, I would think it would be good to start. It's a lot. Yeah, trust me, I get it. I get it. All right. So if anybody, so I'm going to be working on Taryn and doing energy work on Taryn. If there is anybody else that's watching that would like to receive the spillover, you can definitely intend to receive whatever is in your highest and best interest to receive. Okay? All right, Taryn. So I'm just going to connect to your energy. All right. Yeah. Okay. Just initially connecting, I see a lot of cords that look like snakes. So I'm going to connect to your highest self. Your highest self already has your intentions. And so I'm just going to kind of chill out, and then I'm going to step aside. And let your highest self conduct. this session. So go ahead and just take some deep breaths. I want you to breathe deeply for me and feel into your body. If I have any further directions of like focus here or focus there or wherever, like that are specific, I'll let you know. But for now, I just want you to feel your body, okay? And then just rest your awareness on any sensations that arise. And I just want you to feel the energy moving, okay? Mali miasa no hiase shiaha ya uole hiase nakata wiasa nata yase shiwi ha alaya na hoase ela adu wi hiase te anoto yase sha 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 Lewia no to wiase katiana to wasa sha ti 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 maya to yasa ishu ishi aya to wiasa nata ti 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 Leo, no, to, Leo, Maya, do, ya, se, shadow, wa, sa, ta, 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 ta. So we're going to place you in an egg of Reiki. A Reiki egg, okay? Maleoya nata wasa nata kuwa nata yasa tata mata wasa nata shito to iete te o sete to wasa nata to kayo nata haya sanata ha wala nata to o seketia matia to wea sete shish ma le ma wala has mishu yase mishu le he anata ma iote ku mehia has. Take a deep breath. Mole no ile na haya sama iau ya mo le ama wasa ma ya wo ye. Okay, we're gonna call in Archangel Michael, and he's gonna help us to cut the cords. Maya to yana mata hasa sha na to uye te de ya tata yawasana ta cut, like kind of cutting in any and all cords that are no longer serving you. And that we have permission to cut. We're going to be extracting the root of these cords. We're going to call in the constellation of Aquarius, and we're going to bring that down in through your crown. And we're going to work with this energy of Aquarius to help to detach these cords. Ish, ish. Go ahead and take another deep breath for me. Calling in the archetype of the Divine Mother. To give nourishment and compassion, acceptance and love and presence to those aspects of you that have not received that and that need that now in this moment. Issue we ha ha sanata anato wasashe Ku 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 mahaya. Ehias. So if you feel the need to move or cry or sneeze or, whatever, just know that that is the energy moving. So if you feel like you need to move or whatever, just allow your body to move. Because that's part of the energy releasing from your system. Elea mahaha sanataki os. Activating the throat, center, clearing out the distortion and the distortions. Go ahead and take some deep breaths for me, Taryn. Maelo, mela, yo, his. Sha ya nato uasa nata is shish shish shish. Yeleo ya nata as. Shelo ya ha nata asa naka uye ya. Say. Calling in the violet flame. Encircling you within this frequency of the violet flame. Clearing out any distortion. Any energetic debris. Any and everything, clearing any and everything that is not yours and that doesn't belong in your system. Okay, continue to take those deep breaths, Taryn. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. While we're doing all of these different things, I'm going to go through each of your energy centers, each of your chakras, and we're going to activate and clear, kind of clear and activate each one of them. So we're going to start at the root. And as we move upward, we're going to balance each one with each other. Okay, moving on into the sacral. Clearing out any energetic debris from the womb space, any trauma that is ready to be cleared and to be to be released. Okay, moving on into the solar plexus. Okay, moving in on into the heart. Moving into the throat. Y le voy a hacer en medio de la mano. Moving into the third eye. Anu ya se ni wele anata to ahima o se she ya sanata hasanata 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 o ile na to se shasa. Okay, moving into the crown. Ele o mea sa to ke hia hana ta ke no ele le ta 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 no we ta 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 ene no ese ke yana so hore sa ra ta 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 do le na to 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 iki ana to hia sana ta ke ana to ele na to e ana ke ana sa ta ta to 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 ishene wa sene na haya da na ku le ya ta ta ma ya we ye na na haya ta hai oi asana Hasana, Hasana, tatuele, tanto tu. Yes, sure. Y mira, we say, and we're bringing source consciousness, white light of source consciousness, all the way down into your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, all the way up and down, creating a pillar of light in, around, and through you, clearing. So you got a lot of different layers of clearing. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna start wrapping it up a little bit here, or closing it out a little bit. We're going to thank Archangel Michael for helping us today. We're going to thank the Divine Mother aspect, or the Divine Mother archetype, for helping us today and assisting us, supporting us in your clearing. Thanking the Violet Flame. Ayawalanati ahayatoe ahasa mioe natatahaya ea tanatuhia ea hasahayanata uia Mayolole se ai ahai hello yes. So just continuing those deep breaths. Just continuing to feel in to your body, feeling all of the different energy flowing. And I just want you to take notice, Taryn, of where it feels clearer, lighter than it did before. This was a bigger clearing. So what I'm hearing is about for the next 3 days, you're gonna be clearing quite a bit. So I would say water, a lot of water for at least the next 3 days to help cycle all of that the energy through. and to help you release from your body all of the toxins, all of the stuff. Okay? You should be peeing like every 15 minutes that you're drinking so much water. Okay? I want you to drink just about that much water. Lots of water. Again, salt bath or showers to really help all of the clearing. And as we bring this to a close, I'm going to seal you in an egg of rose quartz as well. Very, very soft pink. The frequency of rose quartz. Yes, the crystal. Your highest self is stepping out of my space. And I'm just going to give myself a minute to come back. Let me know how that was, Taryn. It was a lot. We were working on a lot of different layers, on a lot of different things, and a lot of things were being pulled simultaneously. So be very, 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 very gentle with yourself. Don't try to do a whole lot, especially, I mean, if you can help it, okay? I would encourage you to not to do a lot over the next at least 2 days. That third day will be a little bit lighter, but tomorrow you might feel really tired. I mean, I don't know. It depends on your system, but you might feel a little tired. You might feel a little like, oh shit, that was a lot. You need a rest, or you might feel like you need more sleep. Give yourself whatever it is that you feel that you need. Okay. No, we don't. You don't have any messages for anything about anybody and blah blah blah. All right. What's up, Cheryl? How are you? Hi, Ray. Hello. Thank you for popping in. You're welcome, Taryn. Let me know. Feel free to reach out to me through TikTok or wherever to let me know. I mean, you don't have to, but, let me know how it's going if you feel called. Okay. Kate, are you here, my dear? Well, that's a lot. I still got to ground. I seen Kate that you paid for a couple of things, but I didn't see that she came back. Is Kate here? Hi, Kelly. How are you? You're here. Okay. So can you let me know what it was? Because you said you wanted multidimensional mediumship to connect to guides, right? And then you said, is it a health reading? So is that what you sent for both? You sent for both of them, right? Whew. That was a lot. That was a lot. Oops, hold on. My pen is... Okay. Correct. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right. All right. So if anybody else would like to donate for a paid reading or energy work or mediumship, I have I think probably about two more spots. Unless you want to stick around for mini readings afterwards. Free mini readings. Okay. So Kate, we're going to do, let's see. I'm just going to tune in and we're going to go with it, okay? Because I'm not quite sure what's going to come first. And I'm not going to pretend to know. Or it might be a little bit of both at the same time. I don't know. Okay, so Kate. Okay, got you. Okay, I believe we're going to connect to one of your high guides first, okay? So as I just begin to connect, I get a lot of gold energy. It feels more masculine, like a masculine energy coming through. I get a lot of golden energy, and I also keep seeing like a crown, like a gold crown. The crown itself feels symbolic. Like the way it feels to me is like being in one's knowing, being fully illuminated, right? And being in one's power. So the crown itself feels symbolic. I don't know that I don't get the feeling that this guide goes around wearing a crown. He might. But it feels like it's more symbolic, okay? So I would interpret that in the way that that's probably, it feels like that's what this guide is here to, that he would be here guiding you with and helping you with and supporting you with. Does that make sense? So being in your power, being in, helping you to realize and illumine or illuminate yourself internally. And I can't remember the third thing, but that thing too, okay? That's what he feels like he is here to help you with. Power. Power. This is another guide that helps with power. You can feel this guide in your crown. Like if you tune into your head space, maybe not just your crown, but like your whole, like, this is where I feel this guide. Very much in your top energy centers. Not so much the brain and like the logical mind. It's more like this top energy center, even into the third eye. Okay. Third eye crown. That's where I feel this guide. He feels like he brings in and helps with knowingness of your power, knowingness of your dominion, knowingness of your sovereignty, knowingness of your authority and the agency that you have in your over your life, the knowingness of your creatorship, the knowingness of yourself as the Christ, as God, as whatever language it is that might resonate most with you, like source, creator, etc. He deals in knowingness. He helps with knowingness. That's part of what the crown. So if I didn't say that before, it's part of what the crown is symbolic of, is knowingness, being in your knowing. It surpasses belief. Okay, he's there to help you surpass belief, because we can believe in, the Easter Bunny. We can believe in like all of these different things. I know that's a really weird example, but we can believe in certain things. But belief is, let's put it this way, knowingness surpasses belief. If you know something, you don't believe. Like if you know that you are, let's use a really simple example. If you know that you're a woman, it's synonymous with your action. Okay, like you're a woman. You don't believe that you're a woman. You know you're a woman. Okay, so it's the same. Not to simplify it too much, but it's or to simplify it. But does that make sense? It's knowingness surpasses belief. You don't believe that you're a woman that's going through this life. You know that you are. Okay? So he's here to help you with knowingness and aligning to your knowingness. Oh, okay. I've never heard this term before, but he says he's an initiatic guide. He's here to initiate you into your knowingness. Okay, so he's here to help you with the initiation into knowingness. Out of belief and into knowingness. Okay? Whew. Which is also part of your power. Again, sovereignty, agency, authority, creatorship, dominion. Ooh, okay. He can also help you with rewiring the brain, deconditioning the mind of any programming that no longer serves you, or conditioning or beliefs that keep you playing small, keep you playing safe, keep you in a certain identity that isn't really you, but you've identified as. He can help you rewire your brain. And you kind of just, I would say you just ask him to help you rewire your thoughts or your beliefs around fill in the blank. It's basically just about asking, can you help me, assist me in rewiring my brain about my belief in my worthiness, there's a simple example. Um, you do, he says you do have to, it does require work on your part. He's not here to just do the work and then like, I mean, that can happen, but he's saying there is some work required on your part. And that might be becoming aware of the things that are keeping you small or are limiting you or are fear-based beliefs or whatever. You do have to do some of the work here, but he can help you. And it's a co-creation. So if you ask him, listen for him. If you ask him to help you with something, listen for his response. I'm hearing to look. That hits home. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. Ash. It depends, Ash. Rachel, you said you sent a donation. Okay, I'm gonna put you on the list. I don't know if you're still here. I really gotta fix that. So Rachel, it's 25 for a reading. Let me know if you want to send the difference or if you want me to send that back. Okay. All right. I'm going to go back to Kate's. I'm hearing to ask if you have like a specific question, Kate. While we have him on the line, he's just saying like, is there a question that you have now? You'll send. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Let me swipe this so that I can know the difference. You're on the list, Rachel. I don't know if Ash is still here. If you're still here, Ash, then let me know. If not, then that's okay. Then you're not here and you don't hear me. And if you don't have a question, that's fine too, Kate. I was just hearing to ask you if you have like a specific question. Are they hearing? Yeah, of course they do. Why would they not hear you? Are you doubting that they hear you? I haven't been hearing them, but I know they're there. Yeah. When we're asking for help or support or assistance and perhaps we don't hear them or we feel like, where's the support? That's also information. It's not that they've left us or that they don't care. Sometimes when that happens, I would say a lot of times when that happens, it's more about it's kind of like a lesson, so to speak, of coming into our own power and kind of figuring it out ourselves. And sometimes, you know how sometimes you get like, what is it? How do you say it? It's like you get the lesson first and then you go back and you get the other details and stuff. I can't remember how it goes. It's escaping me. But like we get the thing first, we get the lesson first, and then we like backtrack. And so I don't remember why I was saying that, but it has something to do with that. That's the other thing that I was feeling. Sometimes it just has to do with, you know, an initiation or a lesson that we're going through that requires us to source from within. So sometimes, so not sometimes, not what I was wanting to say. Our guides are there to teach us how to be our own best guide. So sometimes we can be a little bit too reliant or too dependent on them. Like, oh, give me the answers. Hey, knock, knock. Are you there? What's going on? When that happens, it's typically I would listen, I would listen to my own intuition. I would, encourage you to do that. But that's what I'm feeling to say. So maybe feel in for yourself. But I'm hearing to say that just sometimes they hear us. Of course they hear us, but sometimes it just depends on the place that we are within our path or within our journey, that there's a certain lesson to be learned, that silence is also information. Okay. Yep, I can feel Adam rolling his eyes at me. Oh, you're having trouble receiving? Let me kind of see. I'm just going to fill in for a minute into your receptivity. Yeah, there's a little bit of an obstruction. That feels like it's more trauma based. It feels like fearing receiving. It feels like resistance to receiving. I keep hearing safety. So perhaps it's something about regarding it not being safe to receive. This feels a little like it might be a little bit more unconscious rather than conscious. So there might be an unconscious aspect of you that feels a little uneasy or is afraid of receiving or is defining receiving information, that it's going to be bad or it's going to be bad news, and like I don't want to receive, so it feels like there's a block there, like a little bit of an obstruction. It's not a big obstruction, but I would say it's significant enough that you might feel like what you're describing here. Myself, yeah. Oh yes, I fail myself for safety sometimes. So it feels like if you go in and heal whatever it is, whatever aspect, or talk to whatever aspect that is in fear of receiving, whether it's bad news or whatever it is, that feels like it'll clear right up. But you gotta find the root. Does that make sense? You gotta find the root to it. Okay, more safety. Hi Netta, I do not do pregnancy or fertility readings, my dear. It's just not my thing. I do the other readings. It's lovely to have you in here though. Thank you for being here. Okay, so let me just kind of fill in your guide. He's not giving me a name. I would say if you want to give this guide a name, then you can, but he's at least, at the very least, he's not giving me a name. Sometimes they give me names, sometimes they don't. But so if you want to name this guide so you know that which guide you're talking to, he feels open to that, but I don't feel that he's giving me a name. With that, he feels like he's stepping aside. Okay. He's directing me to do a scan because you're asking for a health reading. So I'm gonna scan your your body. Okay. 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 Still scanning. If you can't tell. Mm, okay. Ah, all right, all right, all right. Whew. All right. Almost done. Okay. Okay. So I got several different hits. Okay. We're doing like a really thorough. Okay. Um, so the first thing that I kind of became aware of was like the brain. It just feels like there's a lot of um, worry or anxiety. There's a lot of buzzing in the brain. Not necessarily anything to be concerned about. Just like the energy doesn't quite feel as fluid as it could be. It feels like there's a little bit of static, and it feels like um, maybe not quite as much coherence within like the brain space, within the mind space as there could be. Okay. Again, nothing to be like concerned about, but it just feels like there's some buzzing in the brain that is indicative of like overactive mind. Okay. Okay, so let me feel down because I got several hits, but like where was the next one? Um the next one was in the arms. I don't know if you have inflammation in the arms. But really on an energetic level, the sense that I got from this is just not living your passion, not doing what you're passionate about, not doing what you're joyful about, because our arms are an extension of our heart and our joy, and us living from that passion. It's also an extension of our creativity. So if we are not doing something that we're meant to do, or we're stopping ourselves from doing something creative, that can lead to inflammation in the arms, or just like the energy gets stuck in the arms, if that makes sense. Okay, again, nothing to be concerned about. It just feels that that's kind of just a point where I feel the energy sticks a bit. It's almost like you hold yourself back from doing like being a little bit more creative, or doing something that feels a little bit more joyful. And that's how I would read that energy. Okay. The next part down was I was feeling the stomach, right in the gut. So right behind the solar plexus, right in the gut, right there. Let me feel back into that, because I didn't get. This was the first one that came to me a little bit more strongly. I don't get anything super specific other than stomach, gut, and I don't know if this is around digestion. I would say this is either around digestion or gut instincts, which for you they might be connected. So if we're ignoring our gut instincts, or we're not following our gut instincts, to me, the way I intuitionally would interpret that is that can give us like some indigestion or an upset stomach. For this, if you're not already taking probiotics, I might look into that, and see if that's something that would benefit you. See if that's something that resonates with you. But I would maybe invite you to at least look into taking some probiotics, because it feels like that might help move some of that energy so that it's not getting stuck in the gut. And I'm hearing to say that we have 3 brains in our body. This brain, the heart brain, and the stomach brain. So you definitely want to take care of those 3 brains. Because that stomach brain really helps to like move the lower energy, because we got like the center, we got the top, and the stomach brain helps us to move the lower energies downwards and upwards. So that's what I got around that. And then as I moved further down, I felt a pretty significant pain in my right hip. And what I was picking up from that is that there are some stuck emotions in your right hip specifically. The hips we can hold a lot of unprocessed and unprocessed emotions and trauma in our hips. And that's what it felt like to me, is that there might be some emotions that have stuck in that right hip specifically, because that was I don't know if you heard me, like I was like, ow, like that was the hip. I felt it right in, like kind of where that socket, where that hip bone is in that socket. It's like super deep in there. What I'm feeling with that is not really anything to be concerned with now. other than you do want to process, you do want to allow the release of that unprocessed stuff. And what I was feeling with this was like any hip opening stretches, specifically. I think it's called double pigeon. If you want to look that up, I would suggest maybe doing, double pigeon or any other hip opening stretches that will help release the energy that's stuck there, because whatever is there definitely wants to be released. The next part that I felt, my dear, let me see. It was a very, very light hit, and it comes from the knees, and it was the left knee. That feels more like emotional needs. Where are you not? I would say, what are your emotional needs? And where are you not meeting your own emotional needs is the questions that I would ask you, because your left knee seems to be talking, and it's not talking very loud right now. And I would say you probably don't want it to talk really loud. Otherwise you'd be having some like more maybe chronic pain in the knees. So it's kind of speaking at a whisper. And I would invite you to maybe explore those two questions and maybe journal about that and see where it leads you. Okay. The rest looked pretty clear. Again, nothing is like a big concern there. Those are just like hits of like the energy. It feels like where the energy is sticking a bit. I don't get like complete blocks, but it's like it's sticking a little bit, and it would be beneficial to pay attention now rather than later. That's what I feel. Let me see if there's anything else. Let me just kind of listen to see if there's anything else that they want to bring through. You can call in the guide that we just talked to. You can call in the guide to help you with that head energy, the buzzing in the brain, and the anxiety or the worry that's going on. Anxiety and worry feel similar to me. So I'm not sure which one it is, but you can call in that guide to help you with that as well. To help you become more clear in in the mental realm. It feels like he would be very equipped to support you in that mental scape, in that mental realm, and to be able to discern and release any things that no longer serve you, to become more clear, more discerning, more confident, and more like just clear in that headspace. Okay, he feels like he would help really well in that area. I don't I don't get anything else. Okay, yeah, that's kind of my cue. Hey Zuli, how are you? What's up, Ash? Kate says, oh, the right hip definitely worse in the joint deep. Yeah. Yeah. I was feeling like, holy shit. Yeah. That one, that's stuck emotions, stuck trauma. There, it feels like there's a trauma there that's stuck in the body, deep in the right hip, that has some emotions attached to it. Don't get anything super specific, but I might, if it were me, I would do some hip opening exercises and see what emotions come up, because when we do hip opening exercises or hip opening stretches, they tend to bring up, they'll bring up emotions like no other. Oh, thank you for the pizza. Pizza, that sounds good. um 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 I was surprised nothing showed up in the right shoulder and neck. Everything else was spot on. Yeah, I don't get anything. I didn't get anything there. You said shoulder and neck. There was like a little something there in the neck, but it didn't really, I guess it didn't really show up on my radar very a lot. Maybe I'm just off tonight. You know what I mean? That first reading, I was just off. So maybe I'm off. Okay. Have I ever gotten mad at my guides? Fuck yeah. I mean, I spent a lot of my youth, or like a lot of my like childhood, just mad at God. Like, why aren't you helping me out of this shit? Fuck this. Oh, like for the trauma that I went through? I think I was mostly, yeah, I think I was more mad at God. Like why? And also mad at my mom. Like, what the fuck? I was just mad. Um, so everything else was spot on, Kate. Same girl, same. I know. Um, um, Kate, are you good? Do you feel like you got what you needed? I do feel like, I'm just asking. It feels like everything is kind of like, um, again, you can rewatch the live on my YouTube. Give me some time. I'm gonna get them all done this weekend. I'll get them all done tomorrow. But I've just been like doing all the things. Um, aha. That's okay. It's not painful, but there are small lumps along my lymphat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't pick up on that. I felt the intuition come in, but I didn't feel it in my neck. So that could be, like I said, I probably just off tonight. But I didn't pick up on that. How did I move past the trauma? Well, it's taken me, how long? It's been 6 years this month that I've been working, healing all the stuff. I had to, 6 years of healing, processing all of the trauma, making peace with it, and allowing all of the emotional energies to move through me, which was really painful. In Because it's like, it's not that I had to experience it over again. I mean, yeah, there were memories and stuff, that caused anger and sadness and pain and hurt and resentment and all the things. But they were just, what I realized is that it was all just, it was just all the unprocessed emotions that were coming up. Um, and it was extra difficult for me because I kind of had to learn the hard way that I'm not my emotions. I would really get identified in the emotions and kind of get stuck here and there. So it took a lot, but I do finally feel like I'm at a place where it's like, oh yeah, like I all of those things don't hold a charge. They don't hold a trigger for me anymore. For the most part, I would say. Um, I know the one guy didn't have a name, but did the other have it? There was only one guide that came through. It was just the one guide that was coming through. I got so much. Thank you for connecting me. You're welcome. Good night, KH. Rachel, you sent in for a reading. Okay. Rachel, are you hear me? Or Rachel, do you hear me? Okay. What would you like me? How can I serve you? How can I serve you? How can I be of service, my dear? I need to go to bed. Oh, I don't know. I just kind of realized I've been mad at them. Oh yeah, yeah, I can see that. I feel like it's part of the process. It feels like you're processing like the anger, like, you gotta have somewhere to, direct it, right? Because it would probably be uncomfortable to just sit with that anger. Sometimes it feels better to direct it, but I don't know. I don't know your personal situation, Ash, but like I can get that. I get that. Just being mad. Like, why did this happen? Why did you let this happen? A lot of it is because if you understand that we came here, we agreed. We knew we were gonna like go into darkness. We knew we were gonna forget. We knew we were gonna have amnesia. We knew that we were gonna forget who we really are. And we agreed to have certain experiences in order to remember who we are. And when you go through the process of like such, from such darkness or all of the trauma, and you start to process that, and you start having these breakthroughs, or you start having these understandings of like, oh shit, like, whoa, something that if you didn't have those experiences, it wouldn't mean as much when you get to the other side, or you start having these breakthroughs. It wouldn't mean as much. So, I mean, that's something that that's kind of helped me realize, and that it's made it all worth it. And I wouldn't change any of it. Even, I wouldn't change any of it. And I went through a lot of shit. Because it's made me a lot stronger, and it's made me really clear in how I want to own my power, and that I will not let anyone. I'm very cognizant of, when I'm giving my power away, or I'm bypassing my power, and I'm like, nope. So it's created a lot of clarity. So I would say, if you're mad, honor it. Logically, I get it. Emotion won't catch up. It will. It will. A love reading? Yeah, that's totally cool. We can do a love reading. Do you have a specific question, or just are you open to whatever comes up? Open? Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. We can do that. From my experience with trauma after many years of work, it kind of came down to I had to choose to. Yeah. Part of it is realizing you have a choice in it too. Yeah, that's one of those lessons. Like, oh, you know, I have a choice here. I can either stay in the anger, because it's good to process the things and to honor emotion. Like if you're angry, honor it. If you're hurt, honor it. You also don't want to get stuck in it. So there's like a very fine line to walk. All right, so Rachel, I got you. Whoa. I'm going to connect to your energy, Rachel. You said you're open as it pertains to a love reading. So I'm actually feeling, I'm going to, okay, I got you. So we're going to, okay. So I'm just going to set the intentions of, as it pertains to a love reading. Asking for any information, insights, awarenesses, any and all high benevolence insights, awarenesses, messages around love that want to come in for Rachel and for her highest and best good. Okay. All right, there we go. So we're going to pull a card or two and see, and just kind of go from there. I kind of get the feeling that it might be about self-love, but we'll see. I could be wrong because I've been a little off tonight. Been a little off my game. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to cut the deck because it's not. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me fill into this card before I show it to you. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So, your first card, my dear, self-love, blah, blah. Ash is like, fuck this. It is the theme lately. It's about empowerment. And if you look at the bottom of the card, this is about expansion. So it does feel like what I feel it come in as, it feels like empower. Let's see, hold on. How do I word this? Is it, oh, okay. Self-love as an act of empowerment. Okay. Knowing understanding I'm kind of blanking on words, but it feels like if I can get the right words, then I promise it'll make sense. empowerment. Self-love, self-love as an act of empowerment. So it's kind of like understanding and becoming cognizant or recognizing where you have given your power away, where you have bypassed your power, where you have maybe misused your power in the past, where you might be afraid to fully own your power, where you might be rejecting your power, denying your power, etc. Just coming to the realization and recognizing where you have given your power away, all of the things I said, right? So a question I might ask you would be, where have you given your power away? Where have you bypassed your power? Where have you rejected your power? Where are you not seeing that you have power? Okay, I might ask you questions like that. The invitation there is to maybe do some journaling or just self-reflection, like, hey, where am I bypassing my power? Where am I misusing my power? And so the message here is more like self-love as an act of empowerment. It feels like the next, I'm being called to, we're gonna pull another card, and it feels like that story will begin to like unfold. But I keep hearing self-love as an act of empowerment. And if you're loving to yourself enough to be able to like recall your power, recognize where you have disowned your power or you're not fully owning your power, etc., it's an act of self-love. Holy cow, that's way too many cards. All right, I'll keep this one up. Oh, Jesus, of course. All right, we're all up in the solar plexus right now. So realizing that you have choice in that. Realizing that you have choice in that. Hi, Regina. Oh, good night, Ash. So realizing that you have choice in that. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, I have one more spot for a paid reading, Missy. Just, I don't even know if you're there, but yeah, I have one more spot. So recognizing you have a choice in what you do with your power. You can give it away. You can say, I don't want this. You tell me what to do. You have a choice in calling your power back and owning your power. You have a choice in rejecting your power. You have a choice in, misusing your power. You always have a choice. Part of self-love as an act of empowerment is also knowing that you have choice. So we're all up in the solar plexus because the solar plexus is all about power and empowerment, also choice, responsibility to those choices, inner child, gut instincts, all kinds of different things. But we're all up in the solar plexus right now. So it feels like there's a lot of solar plexus work that you're being you're just kind of in this on as it pertains to your own journey. I would say, you're in a cycle of where you're being called or guided to own your power, and refine that solar plexus. And really, I would say it's really very, 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 very much about power. Okay, power, choice, your power, and the choice that you have to own it or reject it. Okay, they're telling me to pull another card. Whoa. Just one, not 50,000 of them. All right. Um, okay, so let me fill into this one. How does this one? Okay, gotcha. So your last card came out reversed, and this deck doesn't have reverse, but it's just how I just read the cards kind of how they are. Um, and that kind of gives more information. So your card is intention, right? It's intention. Let me see. Let me put that right. So your card is intention. I see you, Regina. And it came out upside down because it feels like you might not quite yet. I don't know if it's quite like understand, or if you're not maybe utilizing your ability to set intentions for yourself in order to direct your energy and your focus more consciously. But I would say, as I turn it on its, right side up, it feels like this is where you're being guided to move into is if you want, if you choose, right? If you choose to start to begin to understand where you have given your power away, or, your relationship to your power as it currently stands, I would say where you're being guided to go, or, a key to help unlock that is to set intentions. Or it doesn't even have to be, multiple intentions. It could be set an intention, a single intention of understanding your relationship to your power, um, understanding where you have bypassed or rejected, or understanding where you're not fully owning your power. And I would look at those, I would look at, that intention, or however many intentions you set, I would look at those every day, so that repetition of seeing that, it's going to activate your brain in a way that it's going to start to find the solutions. And so it's going to bring in information, whether it's from your guides, whether it's from, synchronicities, wherever it's from, it's going to start pulling in information from the universe in order to help you recognize your relationship to your power. So this is all about, it feels like where you are currently is about recognizing power, understanding power, your relationship to power, all of the things that I previously said, and the choice that you have to either own your power or disown your power. Okay. And the key to unlocking more self-awareness around that is your intentions. Okay. I'm just going to tune in to see if there's anything else. Does that make sense so far, Rachel? It's okay. It's okay to say, it's more than okay to say no. But I'm going to see if there's any additional information. I would say, okay, this is what I'm feeling is like one of your guides is stepping in and say, just start there. And they're kind of, they're giving me this sense of like, don't overwhelm you with a lot of information. So I'm going to keep it really simple, and I'm going to stop there. Okay. If you need to rewatch and get the questions, or, if you need a rewatch for whatever reason, I'll have all of the replays from this week up this weekend. But what I'm hearing is not to over explain or give too much more information. So I'm just going to stop there. Yeah. And now my left ear is ringing. So I'm just going to stop there. But that's what I get for you, Rachel. Yeah, okay, yeah. They've stepped out of my field. I'm like, are they still there? But thank you so much for the donation. And thank you for being here, hanging out. Oh, it sounds intense. I mean, it's all in how we define everything, right? So, but yeah, I definitely get that. Yeah, I could definitely be intense, but start there. Start there. Keep it simple, and then see what kind of comes up. It's an invitation to go deeper and to know yourself on a deeper level. Okay, so hopefully that helps you. Thank you for hanging out, and sending you a lot of love. Regina, like Regina. I really need to fix that. Regina, it's 25 for a reading, love. So do you want me to send that back, or do you want to send the difference? Okay, all right, I got you. I will wait patiently for you. Regina George. I gotta fix my I gotta fix the little description that you see when you enter my room, because it still says 20. I forgot to change that. That's my bad. That's my bad. Okay. All right. I see you. Okay, it hasn't come across on my phone yet, but let me check my computer. I like to make sure on my end, because I had someone pay, what was it, last week? No, I think it was 2 weeks ago. And she said that she paid, like she was supposed to pay the difference, and then I never received it. And I was like, oh, I wonder what happened, but I couldn't like message her about it. And I was like, okay, I got to make sure in the future. Make sure. That is so weird. Okay. All right. So I got you, Regina. Do you have a certain... Do you have a question, or how can I serve you today, my dear? You have a question? Are you open? What's going on? Let me know. It is. Oh yeah, it is a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna take some more water. General, I'm open to hear anything the universe wants to deliver. Okay. I'm down. I'm with it. I'm hip. I'm cool. Let's do it. All right. So I'm feeling already to get my handy dandy deck out here. I'm just going to connect to you, set the intentions and the parameters. Okay, looking for high benevolent information, messages, insights for Regina, for her highest and best good, to serve her in her journey. I already get like an interesting image in my head. I see a woman twirling in a dress that covers like a big circumference, like big. It's really interesting. Almost like she's a dancer or a ballerina, but like a ballerina wouldn't have this like super long dress that like encompasses most of the floor that she's on. It's a really interesting picture. I don't know what that means, but I'm just gonna relay it because that's the image that I see when I tune into your energy. All right, two. I already know I'm gonna have to cut the deck here. Three. All right, so I'm gonna cut the deck. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh. Okay, there we go. Bam. All right. And I'm hearing to pick 3 from how it is right now. So we're gonna, of course. What? All right. All right, my dear, your first card is comparison. And so, watch it roast me right now. So if you look down here at the bottom of the card, this is about releasing comparison, releasing your need to compare yourself to others, whether it's other women, other people, whatever, whatever the story is, whatever the reason is, but releasing your need to compare. So it's about releasing your need to compare yourself to others, and know that, yeah, I can't make this stuff up. Literally, the next card is realizing that your uniqueness is what makes you you, is what makes you unique. It's what makes you, special in this world. It's what makes you you. And nobody else has the, nobody else can be you. Nobody else can do that as good as you can do it. So there's this overarching so this is gonna this reading, what I'm feeling is it's going to penetrate layers of your ego that are going to come up to be integrated and released, and like old stories, old identities. And that feels like it's going to happen in a process, like over the next, weeks, months. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to, I'm not getting like a duration or a time length, because you can literally shift really quickly. So it doesn't have to necessarily, I'm not going to put being told not to put a time length on it, but this reading is meant to bring up and catalyze the release of some deeper, I hear the word wounds, around comparison and why you're continuing to compare. And it's never about judgment. So no need to feel that, the universe is roasting you. It's more about awareness. It's not about judgment. It's about awareness and just becoming more aware. And the more aware that we allow ourselves to become, we can release the old identities. We can release the old stories, the old bullshit, the old stuff that's keeping us safe, that's keeping us small, playing small in our lives. It's keeping us quote unquote safe. It's keeping us, attached to those identities that aren't serving us. Okay. So that's what this reading is. It's going to bring up some stuff. Okay. At least that's how I feel. So I'm just telling you just to be prepared. Because it feels like it'll bring up some old stuff. Let me listen in for a minute to see where I go next. So it feels like this reading is going to be pretty simple and concise. I have one more card here to go through, which it's funny. But it feels like the message is really simple and really concise and really to the point. This is about releasing your need to compare yourself to others, because the thing is, you don't need to. But there's programming, conditioning that you are still holding on to that's creating that within your identity. And it's also about reconnecting to understanding you're unique. You are the only person that can be you. And even if you want to do something that's similar to what another person is doing, there's not really a need to compare, because they can't do it like you can. You can't do it like they can. And the world needs your uniqueness, your medicine, because you are a unique puzzle piece within the collective humanity, or the collective consciousness of humanity, that if we didn't have your medicine, we would not be complete. We would not, we would be missing an important part of the whole. Okay? That's how it comes across. I hope that makes sense. Okay? They're telling me to go to the next card. The next card is literally the last card that I got with the last reading, is intention. So I feel kind of the same thing with this this card as with the last reading. And this is about utilizing your focus and your intention to become aware of, if you don't already know, or even if you do and you would just want to go a little bit deeper, and about releasing that comparison, you can set the intention to become aware of where you're still comparing, or become aware of the wound or the root of why you're comparing yourself to others, and also becoming more deeply connected to your uniqueness. Okay, so I would strongly encourage you to utilize your intention. Write a couple of intentions down. It doesn't have to be a whole long list. Just a couple of really clear intentions around comparison, releasing comparison, and reconnecting or connecting to your uniqueness. And look at them every day. It can literally be 2 intentions, one for each. Looking at those every day, because like I said, that's going to activate your brain in a way to help to start bringing in solutions. So then you're going to start becoming a magnet to the information of your intention around comparison and your intention around connecting back to your uniqueness and owning that. Okay, so I'm feeling them cut me off. So I feel like I'm going to leave it there, but I would really strongly encourage you to utilize intention and write a couple intentions down and either stick it up on your wall or your fridge or your bathroom mirror or somewhere that you're going to see it every day, that you can read them. And that's going to activate your brain to start finding solutions and start finding the information that you're looking for. Okay. I feel like that's it. They're like, nope, that's it. I told you it's going to be very concise and very like to the point. Okay. Does that make sense? Oh, thank you, Michelle, for the heart me. I like your emoji. You're like, does that make sense, Regina? It does. And, I would say most of us do this. So you're definitely not alone in the comparison game. For me, how I like to think of it is the more I can become aware and, of the things or like the root issues or the root cause, the more I can understand why I do the things I do. And then from that place of understanding, I can then choose to shift it so that I realize I don't need to do that anymore. I can just do my own thing and not really give my fucks away to, this comparison game or the programming that comes with it, or the conditioning that comes with, comparing ourselves and then feeling shitty or judging ourselves harshly because, it's all programming. That's all it is. It's all programming. But, whoa. But I'm glad that it makes sense. Yeah, I'm working on it, but sometimes I fall on habit. Yeah. And it's just about catching yourself. Because sometimes, here's the thing, sometimes we have so much momentum. We've been doing it for so long, so many years, so many decades. We've been doing it for so long that those neural pathways in our brain we have a groove there. And it's the same thing. So we kind of we fall into that groove. And really in order to create new neural pathways in the brain is to just keep practicing your, moving your awareness from this groove to making a new groove. And it's also a part of the process of, we have so much momentum. We can't just like skirt and then go the other way. Sometimes we have to slowly decrease all of that momentum that we have going in one certain direction so that we can stop it completely and then we can go in the other direction. So it's just, you have a lot of momentum. Don't judge yourself so harshly because you just have a lot of momentum, energetic momentum going in one way. And you're just remembering how to decrease that momentum so that you can go another way. So it's also about just kind of catching yourself in the process and, protect your confidence, protect your peace. You get to be the one in control. But I totally do get why, you fall into it. Just if if anything, be gentle with yourself and don't judge yourself too harshly or harshly at all, because you're learning. Oh, hi, Amedra. Was definitely, today I did it and I was able to talk myself out of comparing. Was definitely hard AF. Yeah, it's just the more you do it, you're gonna create a new neural pathway, and you're gonna create the grooves. So it's kind of like, I like to compare everything to working out or to getting in shape, or if we're doing something physical, it doesn't all happen at once. It's little bit by little bit. So just keep doing it and be proud of yourself for getting yourself out of it. Like, talk yourself into, like, no, I'm gonna talk myself up because I'm the shit. I'm that bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be like that, but like, it's part of practicing your confidence and reinstilling your confidence in yourself. It's a part of building that foundation of confidence up in yourself. And you know what? Like, no, I'm perfect the way that I am. I don't have time for all of that. That's the old me talking. And I'm focused over here on becoming this new version of me that doesn't need to compare myself to anybody. Like, I don't got time for that shit. I'm confident. I'm good. I'm perfect the way I am. I don't need that shit. whatever. But it's kind of about talking yourself up, being your own hype man. Be your own cheerleader. But I hope that's good for you, Regina, for talking yourself out of it. I hope that helps. But that is, I would say that's highlighting where you're at. Where you're currently at, and you're kind of being guided to go, like releasing that comparison, releasing the old stories, releasing that part of you that identifies as needing to compare herself to all of the things because you're identifying as this person that's, not this or not that or not enough or whatever. That's not you. That's not really you. You're welcome. Yeah, we need to talk to ourselves like we would our best friends. And sometimes that just takes a lot of awareness in the moment to be like, nope, I'm not going to do that. I got to come over here as hard as it is. I'm going to talk myself up. Talk to yourself like you're your own best friend. Excuse me. We all are, really, as like a collective humanity, is learning, because that's one of the things that's really rampant in the collective consciousness of like comparing ourselves, especially with social media. And it looks like someone's having this fabulous life, but they may not be showing you, their difficult parts, or the more internal parts that they struggle with. So we can get into this comparison illusion real easy. So yeah. Alrighty. Thank you, Regina. I appreciate you. I'm sending you so much love as always. I love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. And I think I'm gonna go because I'm tired. I've been off all night. But if you do want to check out the lives from this week, I will have them up this weekend. And if you do want to look into booking a reading with me or a session with me, then you can do that on my website. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I am out, and I might be on tomorrow, just so you know. But love you. See you guys. Love you, Regina. You're welcome, my dear. Oh, it's not, there we go. See you guys.